I meant to turn my camera on to like start recording and I just turned it off. Hi, my name is Maya, and welcome back or welcome to my channel. Okay, just FYI, the camera is like right here, you know, but there's a little screen with my face on it right there, so I'm gonna be looking there majority of the time. So for today's video, I thought we could keep it fun, keep it easy. I'm just doing my everyday makeup routine. Get ready with me, we'll talk, get to know each other, you know, keep it fun, keep it light, keep it breezy, keep it easy. I'm gonna start with my brows. Also, my skin is looking so good in this light. Let me turn this light off so you guys can see. My eyes just like adjusted. See, this is what, you know, just like my lamp and my mirror light is giving. But then I turn on this lamp I bought. Bitch. Oh, yeah, 10 out of 10 movie star. Oh my god, I feel like Charlotte Tilbury. I'm gonna be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Definer. This is in the shade Ebony. I really love this pencil. I like this because it's easy every day. Like, I can just do a quick brow. I'll do that. I don't know where I'm at with my brows. Lately, I've been wanting to keep them thin. That's what I've been saying to myself. That's what I've been telling people. But when I'm actually like doing my brows, they don't look as thin as I think they do. Like, I say I have thin brows and they're definitely thinner than they used to be, but I don't know if they're like actually qualify as thin, because then I see people with like actually like 90s thin pencil brows and I'm like, I could never. But do I don't know. I'm like, my brows are my brows. That's how I feel. Do you see how easy that was? Brow. So this is my brow so far. I don't do too much with my brows for the first go around. I just like to get them on with a pencil, keep it quick, keep it easy. Take a ship. Drink of choice today is Cherry Coke Zero. I am a Coke Zero aficionado. I love me a Coke Zero. I like to pour it in a cup, okay? I like drinking out of a glass. It makes me feel civilized. Next thing I like to do in my routine is to prime my eyes. I normally use a concealer because I don't do a whole lot of eyeshadow. If I do actually have an eyeshadow, sometimes I'll use an eye primer. A keyword is sometimes. I don't really use eye primers, and I'm really trying to get into it because it really does make a difference in how your eyeshadow looks on your eyes. It's a lot better than just doing a concealer. It's gonna last a lot longer. It's gonna work a lot better with shadows. It's much better. I'm just not there yet, so we're still using concealer. This is the Laura Mercier Real Flawless Concealer. It's in the shade 4C1. I love this concealer on my eyes. It's so thin, but it gives great coverage. And you're just gonna see. I just put a little right in there. I love this applicator. Can we talk about it for a second? Can you focus? Look at that. It's different than like any other applicator I've really seen. And it's really soft, and especially when you get under the eyes, it's perfect for just a quick swipe. It doesn't dispense too much product. This is also a really good concealer. Where's my brush? We're blending out concealer now. I just take a dense brush like this. Sometimes I'll take a brush like this. Doesn't really matter. Sometimes I'll use a sponge. It doesn't really matter. And I don't really carve out my brows anymore. I was big on when I did my brows, it was a really big block, and then I would just carve out that block to look like a brow. And I learned that just took too much time. It was too much product, and I didn't like it. So now it's more natural for me. It's really easy for me to just blend this out with a brush. And I feel like it looks clean, like, because I didn't, you know, have to go in and make a block and then carve it out. It looks cleaner. I don't know. Maybe not cleaner. I don't know what the word is. I just want to say this is one of those concealers that you don't need. Like, I would almost say, excuse me. I would almost say that letting this concealer sit on your skin would be doing a disservice. Like, if you're one of those people that likes to take their concealer and then let it sit under their eye for a second so it gets more coverage and then blend it out, I feel like that's not what you do with this. I don't know the science behind it or what's in this product, but from what I've been playing with, this is one of those where you put it on, blend it out, and then the more you let it sit, that's when it's going to start activating and really set. So beautiful. Okay, it's time to set my eyes, just so they don't crease. My favorite setting powder, well, to do with my eyes, is from Kosas. This is their Cloud Set Powder in the shade Breezy. I love these powders. I have 2 of them. I want to get more. I want to get them in all the shades I possibly can, because it is the smoothest pressed powder I have ever used. I will say that again. It is the smoothest pressed powder I have ever used. There is no other powder I've ever used that is as smooth and blurring as this one. It blows my mind every time I use her. Crazy. I'm just gonna puff. Do a quick little set. This is also really easy to use with a brush. So if you like to use a small setting brush, it's really good for that. But I wish you guys could see. Do you see? I don't know. I wish. Oh, it looks like skin. It blows my mind every time. Oh my god. Kosas, you did your big one with this. I probably should have said this earlier, but my routine is very full coverage, very baby doll, very blurred, very demure, very, you know, if you're a clean girly, if you don't like to spend 2 hours on your makeup, this is not the video for you. This is not the routine for you. I'm just gonna come out and say that. Moving on to priming. I've already done my skin prep, so it's been soaking in for like an hour now, so I think I'm ready to move on. We're using this Tatcha primer. Actually, should I use the pump? No, I'm gonna use this one. This is the Tatcha Silk Canvas. It also comes in a pump with the liquid silk canvas. This is a blurring mattifying primer. Filter finish. So what this is gonna do, you're just gonna take some on your hand and press it into the skin. A little goes a long way. And yeah, you press it into the skin and it's gonna blur all your pores. It's gonna blur your fine lines. Yeah, and it's gonna give a layer, basically a filter, between your skin and the products you're going to be applying on top of it. Yeah, it's gonna help your makeup last throughout the day. And specifically this primer, since it does have skincare in there, the more you use it, it's gonna help your skin as well. Nice, because Tatcha is a skincare brand, but they've got a few makeup products out. I love this primer. I've gone through 2 of them since it came out. I've gone through 2 of the pumps, and I have this one that I'm trying to use up, so that way I can dig into this one. So we love Tatcha up in here, and let's not even talk about my mom's collection. Okay, let's not even talk about her. Today we're gonna do Mario. We're gonna do Makeup by Mario today. I've been playing around with this foundation. I just got it a couple days ago and I really love it. Okay, but first we're gonna spot conceal. So this is the Best Skin Ever concealer from Sephora. This is like their Sephora brand. It's in the shade 35N. This is actually one of my favorite concealers ever, especially for spot concealing. First of all, the shade range, immaculate. There's like 3 concealers I could use that are my shade. Not that are my shade, but like I could work with. You know, this is my perfect shade, but there's like 3 different shades I could really work with if I wanted to, so I really like that. Yeah, it's got coverage, but it's not heavy. It works great under your eyes and it works great on your face. You know, some concealers are meant to be used under the eye and some concealers are meant to be used on your face. So this is really good for that. But yeah, my version of spot concealing may be different than your version of spot concealing. I put on a lot of concealer, I put on a lot of product. I'm a little heavy-handed. I've been trying to fix it lately, but I'm trying my best. So this is where my concealer is. I'm gonna let it sit for a couple minutes so it can actually start to form to my face or whatever, and then we're gonna blend it out with this. Alright, we're using the Makeup by Mario foundation. Here it is. This is in the shade 19C. I would say the shade is just a tad bit warm for me, but the shade above it was way too light. It was the wrong undertone. I'm just gonna pump it on my hand. Or should I? This foundation Hold on, let me explain. I got beef with this foundation. First of all, I'm gonna talk to Mario real quick. Your shade range is shit. I'm just saying, I couldn't find my shade. I couldn't find my perfect shade in your foundation shade range. Okay, that isn't a problem for me because I'm on the lighter end of darker skin. I'm not even dark skin, but I'm on the lighter end of black women. So like, I couldn't find my shade, and like the jumps between the shades is wild. The undertones is wild. I feel like it runs too warm. There's no neutral shades, and then the shades that are neutral, it's like pasty, ashy. Like, it's not good. Okay, you need to fix that immediately. I wanted to hate this foundation so bad because the people were like, it's not meant for the oily skin girlies. You know, there is glitter pearls in here, and you can like actually see it. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but if you look in the foundation, like especially if you let it sit for a little bit, you can see the pearls actually start to like come out and whatever. So a lot of people didn't like that because it looks glowy. I think it does look very glowy if you don't set it. You know, I set with a lot of powder and a lot of sprays, so it is gonna look glowy, but like the way I do it, it's not gonna look glowy in the end. I gotta play around with it more just to see how it works with other products, but the way I've been using it, I love it. Anyway, like I said, I've been playing around with it, and I will say this is one of those foundations that is best. Like, the way I'm doing it is the way I think is the easiest way to do it, and I don't like that because I'm the type of person where I like to put my foundation on the back of my hand or a palette and then like dip my brush in and blend from there. But with this, because it is on the thicker side, it clumps up on the brush, and I use a brush. You could use a sponge, but that's gonna soak up product and that's gonna take away from the coverage. So it would like clump up on the brush, and so I learned that I just have to spread it out with my finger and then blend it in, and I don't like doing that because it's so messy. And I don't like mess, you know. I'm already a messy person. I don't need more mess, you know. But I like to take a dense brush and blend it out. I'm gonna take off my earrings. I don't know how people do makeup with jewelry on. Like I've been seeing these TikToks and like people be in with chains and earrings that like touch their face. Like, how do you do that? How? Teach me your ways. And it is closer to my shade. Like on camera, the shade is crazy. I did tell you it was a bit warm, but it's not that bad. That shine is insane. Whoa. Crazy. I have a hair on my face. Ooh, got you. Okay, it's fine. Blend that a little more. Okay. Just expand the shade range and we'll be cool. Like, just get better shades. Like, I hate that. Like that, we're in 2024. Like, it is 2024. I thought when Jackie Aina worked with Too Faced, like, this would be great. Like, I thought, we'll never have to deal with this ever again. 10 years later, we still are. I'm like, what? Oh. My casserole is almost done. Excuse me. Okay, we're back. It's time for bronzer / contour. I like to call it brontour. Oh my god. I just ran up like 4 flights of stairs. What's the thing? Oh, brontour. So yeah, you know, bronzer adds warmth, contour is gonna chisel you out. I don't really like doing both, so I just really go for like a darker toned bronzer. Anyway, let me just show you. So this is the NARS Laguna Cream Bronzer. This is in the shade Laguna 4. Okay, look at her, very nice, very pretty. Take a brush like this. This is a Sephora Pro brush in, what's the number? It's not giving me a number, but it says featherweight complexion. It's kind of like, you know, fluffy like this. Mine's dirty, so that's why it looks so stiff. But when it's clean, it's really light and flowy and airy. I really like it. I just take some of that. And when I'm doing this, I go above where my natural contour line is. So that way, when it creates that shadow, the shadow is going to be where my natural contour line is, not like down here. When this brush is clean, it looks so much better. It's so much butter. What? I can't talk. It's so much more buttery. It's more butterier. Anyway, it's so much more buttery. But it's going on patchy right now because I'm using a dirty brush. But I don't care because we're gonna fix it. But I really do love this. I use this almost every day. If I'm not using this, then I'm using a powder bronzer. And then this is the ultimate bronzer stick ever. This is from LYS Beauty, a black-owned clean brand. This is their No Limits bronzer contour stick. This is in the shade Courage, and this is so buttery, so pigmented, so smooth. It's beautiful. It's fantastic. It's worth all the money. I think it's only like $20, something like that. But because this is so pigmented, I like to take it on a brush. And this is a bronzer, let me tell you. I want to get a darker shade, but I just like to use this to kind of help blend out that NARS. Now you're setting 3 home. I can't do. Now you're setting 3 home. And you're still here in your overalls, bitch. Now what? I love Leah. Y'all watching the reunion? Oh my god, the Love Island reunion comes out on the 19th. I'm set. Okay. Oh my Jesus. I've been seeing the TikToks. I saw Daniela's TikTok after the reunion talking about suicide awareness, and I was like, what happened? What happened? And I know we're not even going to see the full cut because, you know, Love Island be editing the shit out of stuff. But what do they do to them? I'm sad. I'm so ready. Is it the 19th? Every day it's not the 19th. I'm disappointed. I'll be bronze. I'm going to take my foundation brush, because I told y'all I'm heavy-handed. I just like to lightly blend around and below my bronzer. So it's blended, it's buttery, it's smooth. I don't know what my makeup is called. I think it's called like a soft glam. I didn't know it had a term. I was like, this is just how good makeup looks. This is a face that eats. Okay. But I guess it's called a soft glam. Now it's time for blush. Sometimes I do concealer before blush. If I'm doing like a lighter blush, I'll do concealer first. If I'm doing a more pigmented, darker color blush, I'll do the blush first, so that way I can use that concealer to kind of diffuse it out. Blush is another thing that's different every day. I love blush. I love cream blush. I love powder blush. I even like liquid blush. I do not like gel blush. I love blush. So let me just show you. This is my normal combo that I do like every day. I'm gonna mix Hope and Encourage. I put on Encourage first. And I know these are pigmented, but because these are like kind of lighter in hue, it's gonna blend out differently on my skin. But if you were like paler skin, this would show up a lot more. And then I just take a brush like this. Sometimes I use this Sony G brush. This is meant to be a foundation brush. For who? But anyway, this is really good for like blush and contour, but it is so dirty. All my brushes are so dirty, I have to clean them. And I use a very light hand. Like, I am not pressing hard at all, because if you press hard, that's what's gonna separate the product, and then that's what's gonna make it look patchy. Because if you press really hard, especially if you're not using really soft brushes, or if you're using dirty brushes, if you press really hard, you're gonna pick up product and it's gonna look patchy. Especially with blush, because you gotta blend that shit out. Another thing I like to do, as you can see, is I'm bringing it up into my eye a little bit. I like to do this when I'm not doing eyeshadow, because it looks like I am doing eyeshadow. So that was Encourage, and I'm gonna take Hope, which is like a lighter pink, and I just focus that on the middle of my cheeks. Same brush. I rarely, if ever, work with sponges. Sponges soak up product, and I'm always going for coverage, always. So I don't really use those. If I do use it, it's because I've used too much product and I want to soak up some of that product. Or if I'm doing it like on my under eye, and if I'm wearing a lot of concealer, or if I color corrected and then I did like a little brightener and then now I'm doing concealer, then yeah, I'll use a sponge. Alright, we're on a concealer. Let me see. We're looking very glowy right now. Oh my god. Do you see that blush though? Oh, I love me a pale pink blush. Concealer is also one of those things that changes day by day. I have so many concealers. I love concealer. Like, concealer and blush are very close to one another and how much I love them. So for my more full coverage days, I like to do 2 different concealers. This one is from One Size. This is in the shade Dark 1. Just put a little bit right there. Don't bring this super far up. Oh my god, look at that. And I also like to use my concealer a little bit as a contour for my nose. Okay, that's blended. And then I'm going to take the Huda Beauty Real Flawless Concealer, not Real Flawless, Faux Filter Concealer. This is so good. Oh my god, this is so good. This is in the shade Toasted Almond. And I like to use this as a highlight. I like to use 2 different concealers, one that's actually closer to my shade and then one to brighten, just because like when I sweat, my under eyes are the first thing to go. When I cry, under eyes are the first thing to go. My eyes water a lot, and so I really just like that coverage, and I like to know that there's like extra there, and it really does work. This I don't really move around like that other concealer, and I take whatever's left on the brush. And I just use that to kind of define my bronzer and concealer. What? My bronzer and contour. I don't know where my mind is at right now. Ooh. We're going to be using One Size. Okay, this is the first setting powder that I got that was actually like really good for me, that I really loved. I have 3 of them. At one point I had 4, but I really love the translucent. You can never go wrong with a good translucent setting powder to set your whole face with. This is amazing. Now I'm just going to be setting my under eye with this because I have another powder that I like to set my face with. I'm going to minimize creasing at all costs. And I like to set with a powder puff. Make sure it's clean, because using a dirty powder puff is going to pick up product. Then I just press. Then I start slow to make sure I'm getting everywhere. And then I reload. Oh, I'm sorry. Did y'all not just see that? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. But anyway. And then once I reload with powder, that's when I like go in super speed. You see how smooth creaseless that is? Eyes wear. Under eye wear. And again, we're using a light hand. When I say heavy-handed, I mean like heavy-handed with product. Like I use a lot of product. I use more product than I really need, more than I honestly really should. But that's just because I like makeup, you know? I like the process. I'm trying to make sure y'all can see this, sorry. I like the process of doing my makeup. I like spending time with myself, you know? I will say though, because I spend so much time on my makeup, I am very aware of my face. Like, I am so aware of what my face looks like at all times. It is what it is. I think that's everybody in this generation. Okay. Look at us. I love this powder. I've been trying out so many different powders that I haven't used this as much. But it's still in my everyday because it will never fail me. Like, this is just so good. Patrick, his whole line of setting powders are incredible, but he did his big one with this. Set my whole face. We're also using One Size, but this is in Rich Peach. I love this because it's my perfect skin tone, and I specifically like using this with the Makeup by Mario, because I don't know, I feel like it just works so good with this, especially because this foundation I feel like isn't my exact shade, but it's such a good foundation. But I just took a bigger powder puff. I just lightly set my whole face. My battery's about to die, oh god. Don't worry, I'll change it. I know it looks like I'm punching my face, I'm really not. Okay, I went ahead and finished my powdering. Just so you can see where we are, I like to call this the halfway point, because once we get here, we're about halfway done. But yeah, like honestly, I could stop here if I wanted to. I'm not going to. Yeah, we're gonna move on to my eyes. We're gonna switch back, and this is where I do my lashes and everything. So I'm gonna curl my lashes. My lash curler is so janky. I bought it from Shein. I bought the curler, and then the first time I used it, it broke, and I was like, what is this, you know? But I'm a DIY queen, so I took some super glue and I just super glued her on, and she don't move no more. She don't fall off. This is just a lash primer. It's from L'Oreal. It's their voluminous primer, and then I like to let that sit, and then I'm gonna go back to my brows and take my brow gel. This is Gimme Brow from Benefit. I don't really like this. I feel like there's not enough pigment, but I love this tiny brush. But it works for what it works. I will say that. The one I want to buy is from Kosas. Their brow gel is so good. And I'm not just saying that because their packaging is so cute. I wish more brands would have pink packaging. Like, come on, like, be cute. Have some, like, I'm so tired of this clear and like white and black. No, give me some color. Give me blue. Give me teal. Give me magenta. You know. This is just gonna define my brows a little bit more because, you know, sometimes it gets lost in all the powder and everything. But it's also going to glue down my brow hairs because my brow hairs be moving. Anyway, it's time for mascara. I use these two mascaras. This one I just got, so I'm playing around with it, but this one I love. This is from Anastasia Beverly Hills. It's called the Lash Sculpt Mascara. I love this mascara, and I love this brush, and I love the way it hugs my lashes. It's beautiful. I like my lashes to be kind of wispy, but also really dramatic. I don't know if that adds up. It really just means I want you to see my lashes. I want them to be long and voluminous and black, and I want them to stay up. I like my lashes to be, you know, I want to give that. I promise you this mascara isn't clumpy. It's just new, so it's clumping. But it's, like, give it a couple days. Let it dry out a little bit, and it'll be perfect. Oh! You didn't see that. Oh my god, that's actually devastating. It's not the mascara's fault. I did it to myself. This is what I do. I know there's like a method for like getting rid of it. I don't really know what that method is, and I don't like it. I just take tweezers, like a cold metal thing, and I just kind of scrape it away. And then once it dries down, I powder puff, just powder that bitch. I mean, like, yeah, it's there. No one's really gonna see it. Like, in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't really matter. Some things you just gotta learn to let go. You're not gonna look perfect every time, you know? Like, there are some things you just can't change. Like brows, for instance. You gotta get to a point when you're in your brows, like, it is what it is. Like, this is what my brows look like. I learned that a while ago. That's when I stopped, you know, carving my brows out so much, is when I learned, like, as long as they're on, okay, and they don't look drastically different, you're good. They don't gotta be pitch perfect, okay? Just, they just gotta be on and look like a brow. The mascara I just used is from MAC. This is the MAC Stacks mascara. MAC Stack, I don't know. I like this. This is my second time using it. The brush is definitely different. It's a little more like tough. It's hard. It's not as bendy as other bristles. It's like plastic. So I don't know how I like it yet, but those are my lashes. Now we can move on to bronzer. Bronzer I reach for a lot is from Glowish. Glowish is by Huda Beauty, and this is the Soft Radiance Bronzing Powder. I use the shade 5, which is rich. And then I use 2 different types of brushes. Sometimes I go in with this MAC brush, an F40. Oh, this is a Sigma F40. My bad. This is Sigma. But I like it because I can just get that really easily. But I also like to use this Sephora Pro brush. This is a 55, and I really like it because I don't know, I just like that motion. It's beautiful. So I'm gonna go in with this one right now, and you're gonna see just how beautiful this product is. It's so buttery, it blends beautifully, but it's not patchy. A lot of other bronzers I've tried, they can get patchy like really easily, but this one isn't. But it's honestly so beautiful. And I think a lot of my other bronzers, they're not as dark or as deep as they should be, so I don't really get that bronze effect. I would honestly call this a bronzer, more of a bronzer than a bronzer, but it's just beautiful. I can. And then I just take the excess on my forehead just to even it out, and on the bottom half of my neck as well, just so this isn't an entirely different color. And it looks so bad on camera. Like this, it's just because it's I don't know what it is, but in person it actually looks like it matches. Like I don't know what to say to that. I gotta figure out my lights for real. So this is from Charlotte Tilbury. I'm going with my second bronzer. This one is a little lighter, which I love, and this one is so smooth. And I'm just gonna use this one just to kind of blend out that other bronzer. And I don't really need to, but I don't know, this one is just so buttery as well. And I like that it's kind of a lighter one than the Huda, so it gives kind of more dimension. I just take a little bit more of this, just on the corners of my forehead. And then I'm going to take whatever's left on this brush and just go on the sides of my nose. I'm not real precise with it. I just want a little bit of dimension because this is all like one color right now, so I want separation, you know. These are quickly becoming my everyday blushes. These are from Juvia's Place. They're just so easy to grab, and I just know the pigment's gonna be there. I just know it's gonna look perfect. So any of these ones are really good. The one I usually go for the most is volume 5. Let me look at it. I gotta look at it to make sure. Yeah, this one. Oh my god, it's reading peach, but it's a pink. Like this is like a hot pink, and then this is like a baby pink. I don't know why it looks peach on camera. It's my lighting, guys. It really is my lighting. But it's number 5 for the Juvia's Place Blushed Rouge Volume 5. That's what I wear. I like to mix both of these colors, so I'm going to take a brush. The trick with these, because they are so pigmented, is to use a really fluffy brush, okay? And I like to use one that's kind of angled like this. Yeah, I need to clean my brushes. I like to use one that's like angled like this, so I can perfectly get that cheek shape without any work. So I'm going to start in with this hot pink. I only dip twice because you only need to dip twice. And then I brush off the excess. That's why the brush needs to be so fluffy, so you can shake it out, okay? And then just lightly swipe where I want it to be. And then I'm also gonna take it in my eye a little bit. And there you go, okay? And then you can just build up to that pigment if you want. But you gotta be like, the pigment is so crazy, I can't even explain it. The first time I used this, I used a really dense brush because that's just what I do, and that was the wrong move. You see, even that is like so much. I love it. And then next, I'm gonna take, again, really fluffy. I can shake it out if I need to, okay, but it's a different shape. And then I'm gonna take this this baby pink on the bottom, lightly dab, shake off excess, and this is gonna go under my eye. I really like that, like, kind of sun-kissed, like, as much as I hate to say it, like anime girl blush, where it's like the 2 lines across the face and their nose is all pink. Like, I love that. I love that aesthetic. That's why I do such a bright under eye, and I bring my blush right across my face. It's crazy, I know. I'm gonna take a little on my forehead and a little on my chin. I look like I'm sunburned right now. I love it. We're gonna do under eyeliner. This is just a waterproof liner from Sephora, and it's kind of just a light kind of beige color. I don't do white under my eye because I feel like that's too much, but this beige color is just bright enough. Now that we've got that, do you see what it's giving? Okay. And then I'm gonna do my under eye mascara. This is from Clinique. This was a mascara I was playing around with. I don't like it. I mean, I think the brush is really cool, but this gives really natural lashes. So if you just want light, wispy, everyday natural lashes, this will be great for you. I like mine lashes to be very voluminous. And this just doesn't give that, but it works great for under the eye because the brush is so small, you know, so it like tapers out. So that's really good. There we go. Just so you see what we're giving. It's very baby doll. It's very smooth, very demure. Okay, now that we're here, I'm gonna put on a little bit of a lip mask because my lips are starting to feel dry. This is just a little sample from Sephora. It's the Laneige lip mask in the watermelon flavor. I really wanted to try it because it smells so good, but I knew I did not want to pay $24 for that watermelon lip balm. Like, no. So now that we're here, I'm going to use Fix Plus on my face because I've used so many powders. This is going to melt all of your makeup products together so it doesn't look as powdery as it is. I really do love this. I'm going to take my fan. This is great. Just to dry it down, and it works almost instantly. Like, do you see how buttery smooth that is? I love makeup. See, I love this. I love her. I'm gonna take my bronzer brush and just do a little fixing under here. And I'm gonna take my powder puff with like just a little bit of excess product that's left over. I'm just gonna powder down the areas that I don't want to be shiny. Okay, the final part of this is just touch-ups and final touches. So I'm going to take my powder foundation. This is MAC Studio Fix. This is the only powder foundation that I've ever used. It has never failed me. Never done anything wrong. I think NC45 is more my shade. I actually have NC45. I'm gonna use that instead. But like, it's like dead, you know. So I'll use it anyway though. I just like to coat my brush. And then I'm just taking this on like not the apples of my cheeks, but just right here, or like right in front of my face. Because I'm so heavy-handed with everything, sometimes I tend to have a little fallout of products where I don't want them to be. So I don't want the front of my cheeks to be super bright, but I definitely still want there to be color, you know? So this powder foundation is not only going to give coverage, but it's also going to help cover up that blush. There you go. See how it looks more natural? Or as natural as I can be. I'm gonna take a little on my forehead, just so it's even. A little on my chin. I'm gonna go ahead and define that contour just because I can. Always define the contour. I want my brows to just be slightly darker. That. I've decided we're not doing lashes simply because I don't feel like putting them on. I'm not going anywhere, so I don't wear lashes on the reg anyway, so this is more true to self. We're gonna move on to highlighter. Now my highlighter, stays the same pretty much every day. I use two. These are from Fenty Beauty. This is Water Brat, and then this is the Kilowatt Foil in 7-Day Weekend and Poolside. I really only use the 7-Day Weekend side, but we're gonna start with Water Brat. This is like a gorgeous hot pink highlighter. This was for the pink girls. This is for the girls who love pink, who don't do anything but pink. Like, this is so beautiful. Did I put that on my face? I hope you can pick it up. It's not like striking. You know, if I wanted it to be more, I could spray it with setting spray and then put it on, but you gotta see that glow, right? It's just the perfect light. It looks like fairy dust. That's what I like to say. I'm a fairy. She was a fairy. Oh my god. And I like to use it, honestly, just like a blush topper. So good. A little on my nose, and then a little, just a touch of fairy dust under my eye. If you want it to be more concentrated, you don't have to take off the excess. That's just what I do. I'm just used to that. But eat it. My god, it's beautiful. Okay. And then we're gonna go in with 7-Day Weekend. Oh shit. I forgot to put Water Brat in my inner corner. I always forget that. Where's my brush? God, it's beautiful. Yes. And then we're gonna take 7-Day Weekend. That's this like purpley kind of moon dust shade. This is striking. This is glitter in a pan, okay? This will send you to the moon and then take you back to its mama, all right? This is crazy. It's crazy. I don't even know what else to say. You gotta be very careful with her. Right? She does not come out to play. Ice. Ice. Okay, she cold. She icy. She's serious. She stands on business. Okay. She's not here to play no games. Oh, does this look like a game? Is this a game to you? Icy. That's all I can say is she's icy. Oh my god. Female Gucci Mane, big ass diamond chain, your jewelry hella dingy, for sure my diamonds black. Okay, I'm gonna do a little bit on the bridge of my nose as well. This is very 2016. Very much vibes. Okay, so we're done with that. Now we're going to set the face. Don't call me crazy. I use 2 setting sprays. Okay, well, this is a finishing spray, okay? So it's gonna finish, it's kind of like a finishing powder. You know, you put it on your face. It's not gonna set your makeup, but it is going to blur out any lines. It's going to give coverage. It's going to give, you know, this works the same way. This is a fixing spray. This is not a setting spray. I'll do another video where I actually explain the difference. But this is also a fixing spray. I know it says setting spray. It's not what you're actually looking for to set. You know, like it'll set your makeup, but it's not gonna set your makeup. You know what I'm saying? But I use 2 throughout the week. So the one I love the most is from Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. This is perfect. I like to pair this with the One Size setting spray. Now this is a setting spray. This will get you right all day. You can sweat in this, you can swim in this. And if you wear it with all his other products, like, you can go take an Olympic dive and you'll be fine. Okay, your makeup will come out perfect. But this together is gonna make your makeup flawless, airbrushed, looks like skin. Doesn't even matter how many products you have on your face, it's going to look like skin. And then this is going to make sure it looks like skin for the rest of your life. You know what I'm saying? But this is expensive, and so I don't like to use this. You see, I'm like, I gotta get another one. But the Juvia's Place is kind of like that. I don't think it's as good as this one, but it's up there. It's the Ready Set Sealed setting spray. I really love this. It is gonna blend all of your products together. It's going to be beautiful. Like, this works in a pinch, and because I'm not going anywhere, I'm gonna use this. I love the sprayer on this. You're gonna see, but it's beautiful. You don't have to use as much as I do, but I just love the spray. It smells so good. It does have a scent. If you don't like scent, you're not gonna like either of those setting sprays. But it smells so good. It feels so light and breezy on the face. I love that. I hate when setting sprays attack me. Like, this is supposed to be a fun, enjoyable experience. Why are you hurting me? But anyway, dry her down. So relaxed. Because this is, I put it away, but this Juvia's Place setting spray is like a luminous. It's going to leave me glossy and glassy in areas I don't want to be glossy and glassy. Some people like to use like their hand or like a mirror or a fan or something to like block the middle of their face because they want that to be matte. That's just too much work for me. So I just spray my whole face, and then I take a finishing powder. I really love the airbrush finishing powder from Charlotte Tilbury. I'm in the shade 3, but this doesn't brighten me. Like, I would use this like under my chin or something, but I love the product. I don't love the shade range. I would use because shade 2 is a little too light and shade 3 is a little too neutral, to be honest, but they're just too expensive for me to be buying too many shades, you know. But Rare Beauty just came out with some finishing powders. Those are beautiful, and they have a lot of shades. I really want to get one of those and try it, or like a couple of those shades, because I played around with it on my face at the store, but it's just so beautiful. I think it could really be really good if people gave it a chance. I'm looking for my brush, and I'm actually like, where is it, you know? Where is it? Girl, it was right in front of my eyes. That's how you know it's time to go. Anyway, this is from e.l.f. Okay, it's the Perfect HD Finish Powder. Perfect Finish HD Powder, my bad. But it's just a translucent powder. You can see I like her. Okay, me and her, we've been friends for a long time. I need to stop doing that. No, I actually need to. And I just take a light setting brush. And I take it under my eye because we like a super bright under eye. And then I'm also going to take it around my mouth because I don't want to be glossy here. I just hit something. Now, normally at this step, I would go in with my one side setting spray to really seal in everything, just so my face doesn't move at all, but I'm not going anywhere, so I'm not gonna spray it, but I normally would. Let me put in my nose ring. Yes, my nose ring is fake. Please don't talk about me, okay? I still live with my mother. She does not like my nose ring. She doesn't like my tattoos, okay? So I'm not gonna get my nose pierced in her house. Me. So this is a MAC lip liner. It's in the shade Half Red. Just wipe off the mask. Normally I would take a tissue and like get that stuff on the inside of my lip, but I'm not doing that. And I'm really messy with it. I'm not really precise with my lip liner. I've been lining my lips forever, so I really know how to do it. This is from Charlotte Tilbury. It is their Big Lip Pillow Talk Big Lip Plump Gasm. Okay, and it is a plumping gloss, and I have it in the medium deep shade. It's not gonna kill you like the Too Faced one does, but definitely got a little zing. Nothing we can't handle though. And I like it because I feel like it gives like Barbie lips. Like if I were a Barbie, that's what my lips look like. But yeah guys, that is the whole finished look. I'm taking my hair down so you can see the full effect. I'm gonna go take TikToks and videos so I feel pretty and feel good about myself. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it was a long one, but I really love long talkative videos. All of my products will be linked in the bio, and you can leave me comments and I will answer. yeah, this is what I look like every day for the most part, if I have the time. You know, normally it is a lot faster. I don't take this long, but I was explaining and I was getting distracted and we were having a chat. So, but yeah, I'm gonna go catch up on Love Island, get ready for this reunion, because I know it's crazy. I know it's insane. But yeah, I love you guys. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I love saying that. But yeah, I love you. Mwah. Bye bye.